Hey you, what is good? Welcome back to the Wines, Bites and Beats YouTube channel. This is episode 3, Spanish up. Welcome back. So if you endured the last 13-minute episode of the last one, I don't blame you if you switched off after 5 minutes. And if you switched off and thought, fuck this, I'm going to watch something like this, I'm going to watch something like this, I'm going to watch something else, don't record 2 videos worth of content, put it in one lump, because nobody's going to watch it. So if you're watching this and you haven't watched the last one, it is important that you watch the last one, but flick it into 2. Unless you do want to sit there and listen to this ugly mug ramble on for 13 minutes, go for it, go for it, go for it. I talked about how best to get into the world of wine, how to start from the beginnings. This is buying your wine in shops, wherever you buy your wine from. Now, I've said on many occasions that I would love you all to buy your wine from your local independent wine merchant. I asked you if you'd do me the honour, if you'd do me the solid of starting from scratch, starting at home, preparing and thinking, what do I normally like? And then when you're at the shops and you want to buy wine, there's a certain amount of money you would ideally need to spend on 4 bottles of giggle juice. All represent a different style. 1, 2, 3, 4. I asked you to go and buy 2 white wines. Whoops, 2. Don't want to start swearing this early. Go and buy 2 whites, Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc. Then stick them in the fridge. Oh. Then go and buy 2 reds. That's your Cabernet Sauvignon and your Pinot Noir. There's your 4 still wines, 2 whites, 2 reds, all of which represent a different style. Then I asked you if you'd go home and taste them, which I think was the most easy part of the job. Those are the styles of which you like. That's Sauvignon Blanc, zippy zappy zoo. Yes, thank you. Thirsty. Thirsty. Then the red, the Cabernet Sauvignon. Big, rich, chunky, black fruits, chocolate, leather. AJ Vin Diesel. That's your those are your styles. That's your barometer for style of wine that you like. Then it gives you a bit of a platform to go and explore different styles. If you did that, then this is important because this is a carry-on. This is a bit of a continuity from the last video. Then what I reckon you should do is make the best of your Zoom time. I think it's about time that we've started to think about what we're pouring and actually use Zoom as a way to kind of interact with people and switch things up a little bit. Just my take. So I'm going to give you the best tips on how to recreate a Wines, Bites and Beats party in your own home without me there. Now that sounds arrogant and a bit ooh. So here's the thing to do. So let's pretend you've still got those 4 bottles of giggle juice. You have a Sauvignon Blanc, you have a Chardonnay, you have a Pinot Noir and you have a Cabernet Sauvignon. Keep all those wines. Keep them all. If not, if you really love them all and necked them all, get them again. The same wines. Spend another 30 quid. Get them again. Now that you have your wines, I'm going to give you a bite and a beat to pair with it. Now, Wines, Bites and Beats parties at Guzzle and Gray's here, our parties, our tastings, are all focused around wines, bites and beats. And more importantly, looking at what happens when you link all 3. When you sip, when you chomp, and when you listen. And that bit of sonic seasoning, that bit of music ties everything together. Now what I don't do is just play any old shit music or play any old playlist and just go play, that'll do, something in the background whilst people are chatting, some music they don't even care about, they're sipping, they're chomping, they're guzzling, they're grazing, they have a good time. I don't want anyone to have a good time, I want everyone to have a fucking great time. Have a fucking great time. So, please listen to the following. With your Sauvignon Blanc, you're fresh as a daisy, ding! With that particular wine, there is a bite and a beat that's going to just heighten the experience of sipping that wine. It sounds a bit nuts and far-fetched, but please trust me, you have to try this. All these bites are slightly different from the ones I do at parties and tastings and events and pop-ups and whatnot, but I've made them easy that you can go and buy them. It requires very little preparation or making. I've tried to keep it as simple as possible. Now, Sauvignon Blanc, because it's really high in acidity, in other words, box fresh, it loves anything fatty and oily. Fats and oils is what acidity, that freshness, grasps to and eats it and says, oh yeah, you'll do, and turns it into something amazing. When you have acidity and fats and oils, it really, really works. Also, you've got quite a pungent, strong flavour from Sauvignon Blanc, especially from New Zealand, which is where you lovely people love your Sauvignon Blanc from. And those particular Sauvignon Blanc styles show flavours of weird stuff like asparagus, pea shoots, passion fruit. Not so weird, but asparagus, pea shoots, green pepper, green grass. They're really quite wild and, I was going to say fruity then, forget that. They're really aromatic, fruit forward, punchy. Wicked wines if you like that sort of thing. So if you like them wicked and wild, then there's a bite and a beat that goes with it. Goat's cheese, goat's cheese, goat's cheese, Sauvignon Blanc loves goat's cheese. Now I appreciate goat's cheese is quite an acquired taste, but if you get a mild, like a rosary goat's cheese, a mild goat's cheese, go with that. Then whack that on a water biscuit or a cracker or something crisp and crumbly. Something crisp and crumbly, not thick, not like a Hovis or a digestive. We'll keep that for the blue cheese and port. But go and get yourself like a thin, crumbly cracker. Hopefully it's salted. If you've got those flakes of sea salt on it, salt highlights everything, brings out fruit in wine. Tip, a packet of crisps with this would make it better. Fact. So you've got your rosary goat's cheese, which is your mild goat's cheese, a cracker. Then at the very last minute, whack a bit of lemon zest over the top to give it a bit of zing. Because you've got flavour, and in there, what's really important there is you've got flavour and you've got texture. Cracker, crisp, crunch, Rosary goat's cheese, flavour, melty, Then you've got your bit of sea salt, then you've got your lemon zest, which highlights everything, gives that zippy zappy zoo to the food. You've already got the zippy zappy zoo in the wines already. Woo! Then, to tie it all together, you need to play this. Now don't laugh at this. You'll laugh at what I'm about to tell you, but when you press play, I promise you, things will change. Download or stream Anderson .Paak and Justin Timberlake, and it's a song called Don't Slack. It's a very happy song. You cannot help but start to nod your head and toe tap when it comes on. And then once that starts playing, earworms, sonic seasoning, it's amazing. Then you start sipping and slurping and guzzling and grazing. All those three things make your brain go, and you start going, yeah, this is good. And yeah, this is good. And what about the other people on the opposite side of your computer or a tablet when they're zooming doing the same thing? Can you see what I mean? Can you see where this is going? All sorts of goodness happening there. Number 2, Chardonnay. Chardonnay. Now, whether you like it or not, Chardonnay has a place. And it's bloody good because Chardonnay can produce all manners of styles. It can produce all manners of wines. Whether it's dry and crisp and elegant, right through to rich and sweet. Right, and everything in between. So therefore, why do we still not like Chardonnay? Beats me. However, for Chardonnay, if you sat and tasted your wine last week and thought, I really like that Chardonnay, whatever it was, you liked it for a particular style. It's nothing like the zippy zappy zoo Sauvignon Blanc. Instead, you've got some freshness, but not as aggressive. You've got richer styles of stone fruits and tropical fruits. It has a bit more going for it. So, you need to treat the bite and the beat in the same way. So, bite. Here's your bite. 3 words. Easy, naughty. Mac and cheese. Go and buy mac and cheese. A really good one. Whack it in the nuka, take it out, plonk it in front of you and go, yes, please, get in my belly. Yes, please, get in my belly. Sip on your Chardonnay, it's going to work. There's a harmony between the two. In later episodes, I'm going to do some real cool food and wine stuff. But for now, please, please trust me. A real steaming hot mac and cheese with that gooey cheesiness, breadcrumbs on top, the pasta in the mouth. Oh, that alone is goodness. Sip on your Chardonnay. Then download or stream this for your bit of sonic seasoning. Innuendo by Queen. So you're going, what the how is that going to work? Because Chardonnay can produce all manners of styles of wine, we need a beat of choice that goes everywhere with everything. And when you listen to it, it just goes, brrr. Innuendo by Queen. If you've listened to it before, you know. If you know, you know. If not, play it. It's about 8 minutes worth of musical genre eccentricity. It's bloody good. Play that whilst you're chomping and slurping. It's amazing. 3 things. Wine number 2, bosh, done, enjoy. Wine number 3, Pinot Noir. So Pinot Noir tends to be kind of light-bodied. Light-bodied, I don't like that phrase very much, but it's soft and bouncy. Much like the beet that I'm going to talk to you about, but it's the Pinot Noir. Red fruit, soft, bouncy, kind of fresh, not too grippy, not too much. Afternoon, evening, chilled, not chilled. You can go anywhere with it. So, Pinot Noir loves lamb. It loves lamb, but remember this. The lamb you choose will dictate how the wine becomes. So the last thing you'd want to do in this case is to buy a pair of lamb shanks, stick them in the slow cook for 10 hours and then eat them with a load of lentils or mash and go, oh, it's all dripping down my chin, it's rich, it's heavy, where's my Pinot Noir? I can't taste anything. We've overpowered the juice, the giggle juice, the Pinot Noir, with all that richness. So you need lamb, but you need a light style of lamb. Rack of lamb would be really good for this. But not all of us wants to spend time cooking a rack of lamb. Some of you might be scared about doing it. I always overcook it and turn it from pink to kind of a dark brown, and I always ruin it. I'd rather have it out when restaurants open. When is that happening? So, lamb and mint burger. Go and buy a lamb and mint burger. Have it with a bun, bunless. Have it with a bun, bunless, with a salad, whatever. Lamb and mint works really well together as food items, and when you have Pinot Noir, it's magical, it's experiential, it's amazing. Then you need a bite that does the same thing, soft and bouncy, and kind of takes you off somewhere. Exactly the same thing will happen. So you need something soft and bouncing, kind of whisks you away somewhere. Download or stream Orinoco Flow by Enya. Don't laugh. It's a classic of the 80s. Everyone knows it. Most people know it. Play that. Honestly, once you play it, you've got those three things, the wine, the bite, the beat. It is amazing. I've done this particular one before at wine parties, and people have kind of poo-pooed it and gone, Enya, are you having a laugh, mate? It works. A treat. Lamb and mint burger, Pinot Noir, Enya Orinoco Flow. Job's a good one. Number 4. Cabernet Sauvignon. If you like your red wines big, rich, powerful, dark fruits, brambly, gnarly, nasty, naughty, rich, Vin Diesel, AJ. Big, bold red wines are made from the Cabernet Sauvignon grape variety. Of all the things that Cabernet Sauvignon has in it, the one big thing is to create that dryness in the mouth. If you have a sip of Cabernet, you're in for a surprise, and the kind of surprise you're going to get is delicious, but after a couple of slurps you think, sticking to my teeth, what is that? It's tannin. It's that dryness that you either like or don't like. If you don't like it, or you want something to come along and say, yeah, you're okay, I'll get on with you, you need protein. When you have that dryness, that tannin, the same thing when you have peanut butter in the mouth, sticks everywhere. It's the peanut butter effect, I call it. So when you have tannin, you have dryness in the mouth, you need protein. Bring in the meatballs. There's your bite. Meatballs, loads of meatballs, little pockets of protein, little pockets of goodness. With pasta, ideally, but you don't want spaghetti, you don't want linguine, you want a thick pasta like tagliatelle, pappardelle or fettuccine that holds everything together. Some parmesan on top, optional, some basil. Key thing, miso, right at the end of the sauce. Put some miso in for that umami flavour explosion. Umami, sumami, fireworks. It's amazing. You need a beat that does the same sort of job. So download, stream Minefields by The Prodigy. Now that particular song is bass heavy, it's a rocket ship of a song, it's naughty, it's gnarly, it's big, it's chunky. It does everything Cabernet Sauvignon does. With those meatballs, it's happy days. Wines, bites, beats. That one I've also done at a wine party before, and it's gone down a treat halfway through the evening. It is so good. So there you go, wines, bites and beats in your own gaff. Get all your friends and family doing this exact thing. So there we go, until next Friday. Look me up on Instagram, guzzle_and_grays. Lots of fun stuff happening there. Find me, guzzlegrays.com, read the Wednesday Manifesto. I'm all over the shop at the minute. There's the Wines, Bites and Beats podcast on Apple Podcasts. Have some fun with that. We certainly do. Subscribe, comment, like. Really appreciate the love. This is all there for you, just to help you, give you advice right from the beginnings. I want to strip everything back, take it back to basics to get you enjoying wine more than you already do, or to get you into the gear to begin with. So thank you. Lots of love. Wines, Bites, Beats. Love it.